The original Neon Abyss carved out a niche as a uniquely chaotic roguelite, but can its early access sequel, Neon Abyss 2, live up to the legacy while forging its own path? Hi, my name is Dove, and I love indie video games. Today I want to tell you about Neon Abyss 2, brought to us by indie developer VWoo Games. Right off the bat, I want to say that this is an early access version. The roadmap for Neon Abyss 2 promises more characters, bosses, and balancing in the coming months. However, I firmly believe that if a game charges customers for early access, reviews should be completely honest about its current state while still noting what's on the horizon. So let's dive into the Abyss. For those new to the series, you play as an agent of the Grim Squad, sent by Hades himself to dive deeper and deeper into the neon-soaked Abyss. This myth realm is brimming with demons, enemies, and new and old cyber gods that you and your crew are sworn to take down. Each run is a fresh attempt to progress, uncovering more about the Abyss while unlocking upgrades, additional characters, abilities, and weapons. The randomly generated maps, equipment, and enemies ensure players are constantly guessing and adjusting their strategy while keeping them coming back for more and more. The sequel retains much of the original's charm. The combat is tight, the roguelike maps keep you on your toes, and the vibrant, detailed pixel art is as cyberpunk-tastic as ever. When it comes to the combat, this side-scrolling shooter truly excels. Neon Abyss 2 offers more control customization than its predecessor. Whether you prefer a traditional button set or letting your analog stick handle the firing, the game provides options to mix and match those features as well. For instance, if you want to use your controller's analog stick to aim and fire but dislike that auto aim, you can toggle both independently. This level of accessibility goes a long way toward making each playthrough feel just right for each player. Regardless of the configuration, the controls are sharp and responsive, a crucial asset when the screen fills with bullets and baddies. While the directional jump can feel a touch too precise at times, the immediate feedback is a must for navigating this kind of chaos. Enemies increase in aggression and damage, becoming more abundant as you dive deeper into the Abyss. However, while the gods or bosses themselves are randomized, their individual fight levels seem consistent regardless of where you take them on. This makes the route to the level bosses one of the main challenges. Do you rush in to find the boss as soon as possible, or do you explore the map for another artifact or better weapon? It's always a balancing act, and Neon Abyss 2 makes health and shield pickups rare enough to force players to manage their health consciously, while still providing enough randomized pickups to keep hope alive for a timely heal. Neon Abyss 2 introduces a whole slew of melee weapons and attempts to add more variety to its firearms. The melee options, from devastating close combat attacks to varied ranged capabilities like a sword swing unleashing a homing attack, or a baseball bat launching deadly baseballs, bring a welcome dimension to the side-scrolling action. One criticism I've seen of the early access sequel is a perceived lack of variety compared to the original, particularly with weapons and power-ups. While I agree the initial set of weapons feel a bit bland, it's worth noting that the sequel pushes players to unlock more weapons, upgrades, and characters than the first game. The original Neon Abyss had a much deeper opening pool of items. The sequel's unlock process for weapons and their variations feels steeper, and weapon drops themselves seem extremely rare. Nearly all weapons need to be purchased at stores, and with gambling machines and chests that consume your coins, players often lack the resources to upgrade. This extends to weapon upgrades or badges, and character upgrades or artifacts. While the badge system has potential, the upgrades often feel underwhelming, at least at first. You gain soul shards from difficult enemies or by destroying extra weapons, and once you have enough shards to level up your weapon, you choose between two upgrades. Sadly, many of these upgrades feature the word may, meaning their effects are randomly triggered, leaving them feeling a bit toothless. The artifacts suffer from the same rarity issue. While you have one dedicated artifact room per level, The additional artifact drops are so uncommon that it feels lucky to even get one extra during a run, forcing you to constantly save your coins if you want to get more than that. This makes the intriguing builds from the first game feel almost impossible to duplicate, at least early on. The special effects, or curios, you acquire almost feel tame initially, while more interesting abilities unlock as you progress. Starting off, most of the extra moves are simply just a dash or some kind of roll. The deeper you go or get into a run, though, the more these specials become impactful, but the opening pool is quite shallow. Even pets or hatchlings face an upgrade wall. In the original, the initial pets were unique and had a nice layer of humor to them. Here, players start with the most bland hatchlings possible, like Purpley or Tealy or Ivory, that mostly do the exact same thing, shoot a ranged attack. They become much more interesting or useful once you combine 3 or 4 of them, but the basic starting pool limits the early build variety a lot. The sequel also tweaks the faith system. Now players choose a random faith or mask at the start of each level, each with a different theme. Spend money, make hatchlings, use gambling machines. As you fulfill these requirements, your faith meter fills. A full meter grants access to a hidden room with unique minigame style upgrades, like sacrificing your current weapon for badges or gambling coins for random prizes. These can be game changers if you use them correctly. You reset your faith each level, but can sacrifice health to change the random faith offered. Perhaps the most notable addition, though, beyond melee weapons, is the online co-op for up to 4 players. Sadly, at this early stage, open rooms are scarce, and the game explicitly warns that co-op is buggy and a work in progress. This instability might be why the game is receiving mixed reviews. The biggest selling point for the sequel was co-op, and its current unreliability isn't helping its early access reception. Many reviews also highlight a lack of variety, which I contend opens up as you play, suggesting the game might be balanced more for co-op runs that aren't quite ready at this point. Overall, I enjoy the earlier challenge and earning upgrades, but this might not appeal to everyone. Fans of the first game might find the sequel's initial run feeling nerfed. For those who absolutely love Neon Abyss, these changes could be a bit jarring. However, with some unlocks and developer tweaks during the early access period, I think this game could truly be the successor to the cult hit that we all want. As a big fan of the original and roguelites like Enter the Gungeon, I have a high bar here. While my enthusiasm might be a touch biased, my time playing the sequel suggests that even in its current state, it holds immense promise as a fantastic roguelite game. It definitely needs more time in the oven before I can fully recommend it to every gamer. The balance needs work, the opening pool of weapons and abilities could use more variation, and co-op needs to work as advertised. But this is a solid evolution of the original formula. The combat is fantastic, varied, and forces players to adjust their strategies to succeed in any given run. A great hallmark of a fun roguelite. The pixelated graphics are incredibly detailed and boldly beautiful with their cyberpunk theme, and the play loop and challenge will keep gamers coming back for more. And once co-op is in a solid state, this will be an amazing experience to share with friends. If you're interested, check out Neon Abyss 2, available in early access and as a demo on Steam. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit the like button. And subscribing goes a long way towards bringing you more content like this. We also have a weekly news podcast called the Indie Radar, where we focus on indie news and upcoming titles. Thanks again for watching from all of us here at The Gamer Buff.